This is the implementation of our flight stabilizer. So we have our input values x, y, u, and v. X and y are directly written to the rudder. So x is this, y is the side rudder. No, x is the side rudder and y is the motor throttle. And u and v, so my two other axes, are written into a variable called roll and yaw target. And then I have a rather sophisticated PI controller algorithm. So a PI controller calculates the deviation. So I'm reading out the accelerometer values from I square c, and then the x-axis minus my yaw target result in the yaw deviation. So I'm just measuring the gravity force on the x and y axis. So z axis is the normal gravity. Normal direction of gravity, and if the gravity goes into direction of x or y, I know the plane is in yaw or roll. Then I have the deviation. Then the I factor is when I sum up the deviation. So the longer the deviation is the longer the deviation exists, the more this I builds up. So I is a correction value, and this builds up very slowly. So if you have a wrong value the whole time, the deviation will add more and more to I, and this will over time correct the value. And then I also have the P correction, and P is a very high number, so every small deviation always triggers a correction directly. And then I have my roll position and yaw position of the rudders, and I calculated from the P times the deviation factor plus the the I factor for roll and yaw, and then I write those values to the duty cycle. So the accelerometer also has a 20 Hz low pass, so I'm getting really clean values out of it, and this helps me to have a very stable flight.